Imagine this. You wake up one day and realize you've been living a stranger's life. The beliefs you hold, the choices you make, even the fears that haunt you, none of them feel truly yours. You've been following a script written by others, mistaking borrowed thoughts for your own. Here's the unsettling truth. Most people never truly know themselves. They wear masks so long they forget their own face. Carl Jung called this the persona, the false self we present to the world. But beneath it lies the shadow, the hidden, unacknowledged parts of who we are. What if the person you think you are is just an illusion? What if the life you're living belongs to someone else? The greatest deception is not the lies we tell others, but the lies we tell ourselves, and so the question burns, who are you really? The tragedy is not that we don't know ourselves, it's that we think we do. Society rewards conformity, conditioning us to chase hollow ideals. Success as defined by others, happiness measured in likes, identity shaped by trends. We become walking echoes, mistaking the noise of the crowd for our own voice. Carl Jung warned of this self-betrayal. He saw modern man as a fractured being, severed from his unconscious depths. Nietzsche called it herd morality, the cowardice of adopting ready-made values instead of forging your own. And Sartre exposed the bad faith of pretending we have no choice in who we become, but the deepest wound. We fear what we might find in the silence of self-examination. The shadow holds not just our darkness, but our unlived potential. To avoid facing it, we cling to distractions, endless scrolling, manufactured dramas, the comforting numbness of routine. The price of this avoidance is staggering. A life half lived, a self forever unknown. This self-avoidance doesn't just leave us unfulfilled, it warps our entire existence. Like a ship drifting without navigation, we crash against unseen shores, relationships built on pretense, careers mismatched with our nature, a gnawing sense of fraudulence that no achievement can soothe. Cognitive science reveals an eerie truth. The brain would rather cling to a familiar lie than face an uncomfortable truth. This is the certainty bias, our desperate need to believe we already know who we are. Meanwhile, cultural conditioning acts as an invisible puppeteer, pulling strings we refuse to acknowledge, the most devastating consequence. We become ghosts in our own lives. The artist denies their creativity to please practical parents. The thinker silences their questions to fit in. The lover suppresses their depth for superficial connections. With each self-betrayal, the authentic self retreats further into shadow, until one day, we wake to find a stranger staring back in the mirror. This is how souls disappear in broad daylight. The escape begins with a single, terrifying act: stopping. Cease the frantic doing, the numbing distractions, the endless performance. In that silence, something unsettling stirs, your unlived life demanding to be heard. Jung prescribed active imagination, dialoguing with the shadow through journaling, art, or dreams. Nietzsche demanded self-overcoming, ruthlessly examining every inherited belief. Their methods share one radical requirement: brutal honesty with no guarantee of comfort. Start with these rebellions. Observe your resistances. What thoughts, memories do you reflexively avoid? Decode your projections. The traits you judge harshly in others often mirror your disowned self, court your discomfort. The activities that inexplicably draw or repel you hold clues. This isn't self-improvement, it's self-reclamation. Like an archaeologist of the soul, you'll uncover buried artifacts, childhood wounds mistaken for identity, suppressed talents labeled as shameful, desires disguised as irrational fears. Each excavation brings tremors, then tremors of recognition. Oh, this is actually me. The path isn't linear. You'll meet internal saboteurs, voices of parents, partners, or society masquerading as your own. Their panic at your awakening proves you're nearing truth. Here's the luminous paradox. You've known yourself all along. Not the curated persona, but the silent witness behind your thoughts, the one that flinched at every falsehood, that ached during betrayals of authenticity. Your essence wasn't lost, just buried under layers of shoulds and supposed tos. Jung's ultimate revelation was individuation, not becoming perfect, but becoming whole. Your shadow isn't your enemy. It's your unlived gold. The traits you disowned, capacities waiting to be integrated, the past you avoid, the very soil where your wisdom grows. This is the sacred equation. Self-awareness multiplied by courage equals unshakable aliveness. When you stop performing and start being, a miraculous shift occurs. Choices clarify. Relationships deepen. Suffering transforms from meaningless pain to purposeful initiation. You'll still wear masks, but now you hold the strings. The final question isn't who am I, but how brave am I willing to be? Every moment now whispers the answer.